Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures Trading stream. Today is Friday, is the last day of the week. It is April 19th. It is 9:10 a.m. Eastern Time in the US. All right. Let's. When I came, Settle. Let's check the overnight. Settle is up here, right? All of this thing that happened is below Settle. I would, I would say, I would say the first thing I can say, I usually say, is that inventory is short. But actually, I consider this inventory long. And the reason being, we have this impressive break that we have, I believe, like 5 or 6 distributions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 distributions that had last night. And for on that, we have all this short coverage. By the time the market came down here, we had 250,000 of volume, and now it's 600. So more than 50% of that volume, right? Like 400, almost 400k is to the long side, has been buying. It is very interesting. This day makes me or remembers me of this one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the daily here. It remember me of this time when the market had this excess after this big break that we have, right? Follow the unbelievable B-shaped market that we have in 2021 or 2020, I believe, after when the Fed was doing was printing a lot of money. There's something. It is still the first part. The first part of this day has happened now, right? Which is this overnight. What happened after? In here, I'm not saying it's going to happen, right? But this is what you want to do, right? There's a lot of repetition here, but repetition with variation, right? What happened that day? There was a selling that came and such a strong selling that came to the market at the opening. It just sells. It just was selling. And it almost take, I guess it got close to the single print of that day, and then there was an unbelievable rally that followed. It was just unbelievable. Or something like that. Now, that's what I remember from that day. Now, let's check now together what the other indices are doing. And when this happened last night, when the market has this break last night, I also check what was happening in the bond market, right? We got just unbelievable rally that the bond market had, and I thought, you know, there is a divergence here. One of these two is going to correct. Which one is going to be? That's what I was thinking, right? You know, the bond market being that high came down. Now it's open, came down inside. You know, from yesterday we have a B formation here, a little bit elongated though, a little bit elongated. Um, Look at these highs here. You know, potential firecracker effect, potential effect here in the intraday, right? And look at these highs also. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievably weak. The break, I mean, right? And now the market is opening right, kind of like right about the center of yesterday. This is range here, just about the center of this day of yesterday. And the ES has come back. It's come back inside range, right? So both actually have a movement to correct, you know, their respective inventories. One was long, the other was short. Kind of like they meet at the center, right? Which is pretty much where they were yesterday. Now, let's check. These are the major indices. I am checking the Dow, for example. The Dow has came back, or is having penetration of this range. There is some back and forth here. If there is something here, this part is also looking like a B shape here, like long liquidation, like, or the ES also is behaving the same way. It looks like long liquidation, not serious, right? And when I say long liquidation, it's selling. It's not having signs the being bigger time frame participants there. They're just short term selling. And it's coming back inside this range. The Dow, I'm talking about that. With the potential to trade it to the opposite side of this range. And Nasdaq is looking very weak. And also the ES, right? Inventory is very short here. And here as well. And it's been both, right? It's been both from the 100 moving average here. It's been both from the 100 moving average. The 100 average, the 100 SMA in the ES is kind of like around the 49.66, below the 5,000, but my short-term reference in the lower side is 5,000. Okay, in that market. And notice what the Dow is doing here. The Dow is selling. It's selling from this moving average here, from the 100. Let's save this. All right. So this is it. It is showing me just who is behind this movement. Now, I see weakness in the in Nasdaq, and ES is the S&P is having also weakness, buying from the high of this. It's chewing into this gap. This is not the adjusted. Now let's change things here. This is not what I am watching here. It's kind of like a little bit complicated. It can be seen from several points of view, and we can have different readings. I have a reading that was different than Jim, right? But we all saw the same thing. First, I'm going to compare the ES, the regular, with its adjusted, right? Adjusted charts. What happened here, for example, this gap is still filled. Still unfilled. While if I use an adjusted ES, this one has been filled, right? The thing about the adjusted charts is that it considers this part is the M contract, this one is the H, March, June, right? This one overlaps, and that's why we don't see the gap is unfilled here. If I do this, for example, this will be very similar to doing M24, which is the June contract, right? This is the June contract. Notice the gap has been filled here. But what happened with this contract, with this M24, oh my God, what happened here? This is not supposed to look like that. Here. Here's the M24. Look at, there's nothing here, right? It starts to have some volume here. Very scattered volume, actually. The bulk of the volume came in March, somewhere in here, about 1 million contracts. Below this is you have 20,000, 2,000, something like that. But so there's no volume here. If I'm going to use these references for this part of the market, it really makes no sense, right? It's not removing inventory. What's happening is market getting short. The current contract is getting short. And I'm checking both now. This is kind of complicated. It is more elaborated here, because when this happens, and I am doing this because the market is paying attention to both, actually. I see reactions. The market reacts to this part of the chart. For example, can react to this 50 here, but it also reacts in the 50 over here. Right? Notice, for example, it's 54 here, and that on the right side, which is the adjusted, you have 74. That's 20-point difference. The 50 here, the 100 in this side is very close, right? It's a little bit higher than a 7% pullback. Now, the interesting thing here, I'm going to go just to the regular. I don't know if you remember what happened last year in this part of the market. When we had this market here, everybody was talking about a recession, about how bad the hedge funds were doing, um, how hard the landing was going to be, and stuff like that. Everything was negative. And when the rally started here, there was a lot of hesitation to get in. Right? I mean, many the hedge funds, bigger participants here. And what happened here is when the talk started, right? In this part, the pain trade, right? The pain trade, there was a lot of talks about pain trade. What the heck is a pain trade? I didn't know that also, right? I mean, it has different interpretations, right? The pain trade, is the pain trade is a movement that market has in which is the direction of that movement, or what the market does is, it inflicts the measured amount of pain, the biggest amount of pain to the measure, to the most participants of the market, to the most traders or participants, we can call it, right? And this is traders, not these time frames getting cut short. But when they get cut short, it's different. The way how they are cut short is different than the way how we, retail or small traders, are cut short. What happened when we are cut short, for example, is that we have a short, and the market just moves in the opposite direction. It keeps going higher and higher, right? And we think, okay, this market has rallied too much. It's going to have a pullback. But the market keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher until we cannot, hold it anymore. We cannot tolerate the pain, and we've covered the position. Bigger time frame, hedge funds also get cut short. And the way how they cut shorts is they are underinvested. And in this part, the talk was how underinvested they were. They were really underinvested, and that was a pain trade. And what happened after that? We have this trend here, right? And this is when the market changed. We have, I don't have here. I guess I can add here. I can add here show contract changes, for example. This is when March started. This is June. We still have a long way to go. We are not even half part, right? And all of these reaction, for example, or this action that happened when March started, right? When March started here. Now this inventory is getting short here. Hey, yeah, how are you, my friend? Right. Yesterday I was thinking 5% is actually, it's healthy for this market, right? For this rally that we have here, it's not bad. But think about what Jim said yesterday or before yesterday in his webinar. That is something I didn't know. That's new thing for me. I was checking another things, kind of like I have noticed in a different way. Something that I do, for example. Oh boy, I didn't take a screenshot. Let me see if I can take a screenshot of this. Let me look at data first. I didn't see blocks coming after the close, right? When I don't see that, when I don't see that, to me, it's a sign that the bigger time frame participants or participants that have power, buying power or selling power, are not interested in the market. As long as that doesn't come to the market, let's see. Let me show you what I mean with that here, right? this one, 9:37 over here. I don't see nothing here. This is 4 p.m. and this is 4:30 p.m. Now, I don't see like thousands over here, for example, which we had here. But this is a long time ago. This is a long time ago. This is not a reference anymore. This one is irrelevant now. But the way how he, and that's what I think is very nice to have somebody like him, right? The insights that he can give us. Oh boy, I don't even finish it, and I didn't realize the mic is open now. I didn't realize we were so close to the opening. Okay, inventory is super low now. Overnight inventory. Very long inventory we have. Now Nasdaq is selling from its 100. Let's check this out. We are opening. Look at this high here. No. I consider the overnight inventory long here now, and the reason. Wait a minute. I got this. There's something's missing here. Oh yeah, yes. Okay. We have 600,000. It's really high, almost 700,000. 700,000 of volume. That's high. That's really high. And the most of that came after when the market came down here. When the market was down here in this area, around this, we had 250 here. Unbelievably short here. And what followed was, the way how this market is just grinding, it's way higher. And all of this, I think that's why I'm calling it inventory is long now. Now it still is below saddle, right? It is below saddle. It's kind of tricky, right? It's kind of tricky, and I might be wrong, but that's what I am. That's why I say is long here, and it's confusing, right? Now we have this high right here, the low right here. Let me remove these things here. I wonder how this, and from yesterday, and that I think that was a reaction. I didn't know what the heck happened here. Right? What the heck happened here? But I think that was a reaction to the bombing to the reaction of Israel bombing Iran. Something happened over there. And one of the last things that we talk about, I guess it was up here, right? It was up here. Was I was trying to picture a scenario here in which there's some sailing and the market coming back to this area and having POC up here. That didn't happen out here. It happened down here. Something like that, right? POC moved lower. And market was selling from one specific level here. I was thinking, God, I wish this market ends down here. So this part is not corrected for today. But it had some reaction, some correction. Some shorts were supposed to cover here, and it removed some of the short inventory. But it is short. you know, the daily, the market has extremely short inventory. This overnight for me is long, but the market is very, very short. Look at where the ES, I mean, where the Nasdaq is selling from. You know, we have a gap in Nasdaq. Gap in Nasdaq. No interest in closing the gap, and it's selling, but it is selling from the 100. Come on. Personally, today, I don't feel that confident, man, in this in this market. Something else that I saw yesterday, the VIX was 18, right? With that huge break. Let's see how much it is now. Should be like, after that break, should be like 20, 22, something like that. 18, it is 18, right? Like nothing happened. Right? It's just like nothing happened. It's unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable. Relative to yesterday, nothing happened yesterday. Nothing happened. Now we have change here. We have an action. You know, we have an action to the upside, and that has changed. You know, if I don't take M, even if I just decide to ignore M and take L, just L, this action to the upside has ended. Right? We're very close to the lows. This high has been repaired. But can you see how everything is subject to interpretation, right? And you just do your observations, take note of your observations. You can be wrong and you can be right. The times that you are wrong, okay, take note of that as well. You know, what happened, so the next time, it's unbelievable how many times things repeat, right? But the repetition is in this job is different than in any other regular jobs. Now, what do you think people will be thinking or are thinking now after witnessing or after seeing this recovery that this market has in the overnight? We have a huge break here, right? And it opened inside yesterday's range. They will be looking to the upside. No, this market is super strong, right? And yesterday we have really low volume. Now something different today is volume is really, we have really good volume here at the opening. No, really good volume from this overnight. The market is weak. There's weakness in the market, but the thing is there's weakness in both sides, right? Now, if some short covering, this if there's some short covering comes to this market, it can be really fast, man. It can move really fast. The buying that is coming now is very weak. Notice where Nasdaq is. Notice where ES is. Now, are those going to hold is the question. The fact that the buyer is weak, it doesn't mean it's not going to hold. It's coming exactly from I will have this on the side just in case here. Let's have it here. So I want to see what's going on here. This is something different that we are having today. Exactly, to the tick POC here. Not one tick from yesterday's low. And what happened is we just get too anxious here. Right? So what do I do here is the question, right? I don't have, traders are super emotional now. Oh, this market is going to go to the moon now, right? Well, this what Jim gave me yesterday or before yesterday was context, right? That added, right? Give me more context about the bigger picture. What can be going on in the bigger picture. It's very today. I am very cautious today. I'm very cautious here. If I do anything, I think there can be opportunities today. But the information that I am watching here can be misleading. Now, I have seen so many times also, when market failing to take, or failing to take one reference for one tick, I have seen this market shoot from here, like I saw hundreds of points. I guess the biggest I see was 100, almost 200 once, something like that. But so far, all time frames are trending lower. All time frames are in sync. Inventory is very short. The Dow is having continuation relative to yesterday. The weakest is Nasdaq is the weakest. Because why I say it's the weakest, it closed it right, I would say right at the 100 yesterday. But now that has been corrected. Now are we going to see some downside extension or continuation? I don't know. So far this lowest is unbelievably weak here. Remember this inventory, we have an extremely weak inventory coming from the overnight. The long, who is holding these longs, right? And the overnight inventory is not for being. But who knows, man? The thing is, who knows who did the buying there? That was this is very unusual. Very unusual having almost 700k. Just for context, for example, I'll show you here. I guess yesterday we had 1.6 Yeah? These days were good, but there are some days here, for example, you have 800,000, very low volume, very low volume. And today the overnight has almost had this amount of volume. Look at that, 1 million, 1.2, 1.3, 1.3. We were having some really good volume this week, about 2 millions here. No, but just this gives me an idea that today is not an ordinary day. You know, this is not an ordinary day. There is more to it. I still have this day in my memory. I still carry the action that we have this day. And the shorts from the overnight, you know, can still be there, right? Ready to be squeezed, you know. Okay, this has failed to take the low, and now this is close to close the gap. No interest in counter action here. That says something as well. I have so many doubts today. Now the first time a reference, a market comes back to a reference, the first time usually has, and this is part of learning, right? The first time there's a reaction. The first time comes here is selling. Even there's another time that may come here. It may get closer, right? It may even get through this. Same thing goes here. If it's closer the second time, if there's a second time here, it can go through the second time. I was thinking yesterday, I was thinking about the way how Jim the approach he has to teach. Notice where this high is, right? Again, close to the 5% pullback, but I don't. I think this is more relevant. POC has been taking upside continuation. Has for me it has this thing, or maybe held back by this area here for upside continuation. There is a lot of back and forth here, right? If there's some serious buying here, I mean, this pullback is just too much now. Right? This is a kind of like a more sell the rally thing here. Just look how this it comes back. You were talking about volume POC yesterday. What I checked is this volume nodes, right? Over here, for example, I have thousands. In Nasdaq, about this is 3 ticks chart here. I have it in 3 ticks. I used to have it in 2. When I have about 1,000, that was good volume. in Nasdaq has the tendency to come back and check this, retest these areas where volume is. It also overshoots. And Nasdaq has this particularity that attracts traders because they quickly gain, right? They quickly can have gains, right? But also it kills faster. It kills faster. That you don't see people talking about. You don't see many people how quick NASA can go against you and can just drain you. Seems like, let's see if this POC can be pushed now, can be tested now. Something is coming in here. Now volume is coming this lower side, for example. Okay, see what is being built here. There's some pressure there. And usually there's some back and forth. I will see some back and forth here before this level is attacked, right? But also we have this one here, we have this one up there. I don't know, I was talking about something. Oh, the way how Jim, Jim doesn't talk about trades. I have find some intensives when he has some trades, this is one, failing to take a reference by a tick, 2 ticks. This is one, this is a long, this is another one, the same trade but in the opposite direction, for example. And but he doesn't talk about that now. I wonder if this is that's beneficial, it benefit us, the students, because I have discovered these trades by myself, right? When I was checking, okay, this can be something here, this can be something here. The thing is, I don't know if I tell you that can be good for you or it can be bad for you, right? Nasdaq is making an attempt to take that POC. Let's see if they have the continuation once that POC is taken. If it's taken. All right. And here you have to move fast, really fast. The way how you trade Nasdaq is way different. This is different market, and that's what I added that to my rules, right? Focus in one market. Also, something that I added yesterday to my simple rule is trade only one account. I got more than one account. Sometimes I trade 2. I say no, that's not good. Just do one. Just do one account. Right? Just do one, and because it becomes distracting here. When these 2 markets get in sync, there's more. The movement there's more power to it. But this is just at the opening. We are just in the opening, right? Most of what we do here is rebalancing. It's a rebalancing on inventory that have got too long or too short. I think my personal opinion is the overlay is too long right now. Right? The overlay is too long. That's one set, one group of one time frame of traders. Another one is too short, extremely short. The daily time frames is super short, right? Taking really high risk here. This is sell the rallies market that is happening. I try to be small here, I'm not talking. I trading one contract. So I'm not trading more, because and why the reason why I'm doing that is because the movements can be really fast. Yeah, especially if this goes to the upside. Is when it happens, it's going to happen really fast. You won't believe it how fast it can be. But I am not trying to upfront the movement. I'm not trying to okay, this is going to happen now. I want to be I don't want to be long now. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to make thousands of dollars. I don't do that. Now you can see here, right? There's a lot of back and forth here in this market. Inside day, right? The closer to the center, the higher the also chop and rotation. But it's unbelievable how much rotation and chop we can have when we open inside previous day range, even though we are at the lower edge of that of such a range. Right? The upper side, this is weak to me. This is weak. Unbelievable short inventory, weak high. I don't have more here. I don't want to delay. I don't want to have problems with my charts here. Now, look at where this selling is coming here in Nasdaq. Right? Where it came from? The 100 piece. It stopped. It was bought from the 100. Now was selling from the 100. This is nothing. Who sells from that level? When you answer that question, you can give yourself. It doesn't mean I am going to be long, okay? That doesn't mean that's just one piece of information. And this is the Dow. How many times the Dow has been sold from the 100? 1, 2, 3 times, and now we have a 4-day, so far a 4-day range with this potential, right? Potential building. This part. We have an outside day today. We have an outside day today here, and this one is looking, like values building below this part of the range. We have some value above, some value below this 2-day range here. It also looks like a B shape. What B shape is? Well, there's so many pieces of information here, and what kind of the potential here is. That's the thing. The potential that this market has, either to the upside or to the downside. Can you imagine what can happen if the market start, digging its way down to here towards the 7% here? This is another no-go level here, but there's no back and filling here to begin with. There's some trading here, sideways trading here. This is a range. The Dow has this part. This is a range, for example. In the Dow, this is a range, and then this market has some penetration of this range. Notice here that there's nothing here, nothing holding this market, but this is a range. And the potential destination can be this side, the opposite side. But those are just odds. I mean, potential that something building here. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Right? That part is important. Right? I'm not going to, just because I see something, it doesn't mean I'm going to do something relative to the thing that I am watching, or I have just observed. Here comes patience, right? You got to be very patient here, and wait until something. The market will show its hand, one way or the other, at any given time. We don't know when. Is the thing. We don't know when. Now, I was thinking here, that this market, even though the tremendous overnight inventory we have, maybe it's looking like a rotation. There's going to be a lot of rotation here. I couldn't sleep well yesterday, so I am kind of tired. But I am not anxious. I am not anxious to get into any kind of trade. Look at the ES. What the ES at? Where the high is, right? It's yesterday. Yesterday's POC. Where the low is? Yesterday's low. So what do I do here, for example, right? What do I haven't mixed the information. I haven't seen anything yet. The way how this market has been trading is repeating itself again. They are using a reference here. This is a weekly low. I don't have this tab too much. It's this low. You know, it's so obvious now, right? It's this low. Or today's opening. And now, another thing to remember is also this market has 7 gaps on the lower side. Now, okay, what can happen? Is this a market that has got too short? That can be the case, man. It's still an inside there. Really low volume, man. This is really low volume for a day like today. Less than 200. Now we're having some weakness, you know, low, weak, high, weak. Is this market trying to rally? $38, 38. It is hard to remain neutral here after such wild and wide range that we have in the overnight. It's coming back to opening. If you're still there, could you show me how you set up your? Yes, that's I don't remember how I did that. What kind of news you filter and how you get the notification, please? Yeah, I was telling. I will look for. I will look for that. How I did that. You know, I guess you need to sign up. You need to sign up. I'm speculating here. I guess you need to sign up, and when you sign up, I think the website asks you if you allow notifications. I think that is because yesterday I was looking for it. Where, well, in what part of Chrome I have that? I didn't find it. If I use Chrome, okay, let's see settings in manage your Google account. There has to be something there. What setting? Oh, okay. We have AI, right? Let's ask AI how to do it. I will go to that. I will look for that. Um, but you can sign in on Financial Juice. It's free. They have plans. So I don't use no those plans. I went through that also. I once had Benzinga. I paid oh, man I paid like 800 or something like that per year, 1 year. I mean, yeah, trading in news. Now I understand. Right? It's really hard to trade news and having something just for the news is yeah. Yesterday also I guess I don't know. No, I didn't. I don't know if I say that. I said, no, I think no. Did I? I don't remember. But I said that I saw a lot of liquidation here in this area, right? Like profit taking here. A lot of profit taking here. Um, but it's very short time frame trading going on now. Let's ask AI how to set up notifications. Financial juice. Oh, here it is, man. This is really nice. Use notifications to get alerts. Computer welcome. Oh, you open Chrome. Go to the site that you want notification from. When you browse site windows, Chrome automatically blocks it. Chrome settings, privacy and security, site settings, notification. Huh. Let's check that. Let me watch the market here. I think that something can happen here. It seems like the Dow is headed again towards the 100 SMA. They did it. They achieved that yesterday. I don't know if today they can do that again. I mean, they reached it and sold from that. The market is forming a inside bar. Okay, financial juice. Here, Chrome, on your computer, Chrome settings. Where's settings? Oh, here, settings. privacy and security, site settings, yeah, site settings, notifications. There you go. Yeah, that's is exactly how it is. Here, this is it. Site settings, just like it says. Go to Chrome, settings, privacy, security, site settings, notifications, to block a site and to allow a site. It's just like it says. And you will find a list. You will find a list of websites that are allowed to give you notifications, and the ones that are blocked, right? That feature is really nice. Now I remember. I hope it helps. I got that. Now I remember. Now I remember something. I get that part because I used to have a lot of notification for a lot of websites. So why I have it? That was very annoying, man. Most of them are blocked now. I just have some things, few things that I allow. 2, 4, 6, 8 websites that I have allowed to send me notifications. Only Financial News is the one that shows. Now the other ones don't, and Chess as well, you know, chess.com. The volume, you know, it seemed it was going to be way higher, but the way how it is developing here is just going to be a little bit higher. Yeah. If we keep having this, it's going to be a little bit higher than yesterday, which is in the lower side actually. You know, there is no interest here. You know, and and this concept, right, that you know, bigger time frame participants that have enough power, right? Enough power to spend having, and that and it really makes sense, right? You know, when they are fully invested, they don't have anything left to invest. You know, if the market breaks, they cannot buy it because they are fully invested. And that's something new. And Jim has this says that because he has contacts, right? He knows a lot of people as well in in these hedge funds, and he's also really has a lot of experience, has a lot. It's all right? Has a lot of contacts. Um, if you got, for example, the Wall Street Journal, or if you have CNBC, you can kind of like have an idea as well, but you need to keep uh, how I say this. You must be able to retain information for longer periods of time. Longer periods. Most of what they say is just you don't keep it, right? But sometimes, like in this case, okay, you start to remember things. You start to remember things, And the pain trade everybody was talking about last year is coming. It's coming to my mind. Look at this, man. This is killing here. Now, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 lows here. The same thing we have in the upper side here. We have 4 highs. Yeah, here as well. 4 highs here. Now with 4 lows together. Down here. Now, this is the thing. If this is serious, if there is something serious here, serious selling, for example, they will not stop here. Right? They will not stop here. They will not sell from PLC, for example. And they will not stop. They will just keep going. Right? And the way how it's trading, it doesn't mean I cannot go lower, or it doesn't mean also that I am not going to join the movement, because if this start gaining momentum, remember what can happen as well. And that movement can happen in both directions. Look at that buying that's coming right from yesterday's low. This market is desperate to find a level support, right? Every single support level has failed. And now the 5,000 doesn't look that bad now, that far. 49. We have 100 moving average here. This is the adjusted, and this is the non-adjusted number. It has looked, this market has looked below and it's coming back inside. Fix was bought very close. Now has explored a little bit below. When it comes back, always, look at the opposite side. That's what I do. The potential, okay, because there's potential there. It doesn't have to happen, right? And now, another thing that I have here, this level here, this area here, is 2022 high. That's an important reference also for it's a bigger time frame reference. If you observe this, again, everything is based on observation, right? This can be a lot of background. It was bought for the first time, was bought before, right? Then there's some little penetration. Now it's having the same thing again, right? Boy, this is so bad, man. This maybe is the potential destination of this movement. What? Come on. Okay, this. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to add daily history. Alright. Histogram, high volume. Yes, I have this medium volume, silver. It's darker. Most of the volume is here. Let's accept this. Oh, data values. Where are you? Dim gray? No. Who knows? It's deep gray. No, that's not the color. Oh yeah, that's. Oh. No, which one I choose? Okay, that's more likely. Now there's a difference between this and TPO. I feel like I'm wasting time here. Oh, I just realized I have this thing also. You know, it took a while to come to photo. You know, these things because it used to be. I used to have a menu popping up. After like 2 years, it came to photo. Okay. Obviously it's having some downside extension here. Really low, man. This is really low. Okay. We have direction here. Potential coming to POC here, trading. This area has been removed. Now we have this one here, and below this we don't have anything, right? We don't have much. Not that we don't have anything. We don't have much. It's so once this area is taken, it shouldn't be that hard to trade through that. "25 minutes, opening right there." So we are having something here. I don't feel good here. What about the options here? No options. 19, 50, 20. How much is this? 20, 20. 10 points. I don't have anything, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. It is not. I'm not going to do anything here. I don't have anything. I did have a short here when the market had a rally here after it was bought from this POC. I guess somewhere up here. When it was clear, I was going, making another attempt to take this low here. Now this is the counter action to overnight inventory. It looks like a counter action to overnight inventory, And that's a trade actually, right? That's a very popular trade as well. Regarding financial use, I didn't do any filter there. I haven't filtered nothing. I just allow the notifications in Chrome. I allow that website, Financial Juice, to send me notifications. And then I was afraid I was going to have like a lot of them. It actually is very few. They don't send you that much. Maybe because I got the free version, right? But I feel like that's good enough. Whenever there is sometimes that when the market has this in the market, for example, is useful when the market, for example, is getting short, for example, right? Inventory is getting short or inventory is getting long. The market's going nowhere, man. And suddenly, sometimes there's some news catalytic that can happen, and you have that right away, right? And you see the movement. You see a movement, the market reacting to something. If I don't have the new, I wouldn't know what's happening. But if when I have that, okay, this is it, right? There's something here. There's something here, or at least a reaction to that thing. So I can kind of like, if I have anything, if I was watching the market, kind of like it adds, right? It reinforces. I feel safer. I don't know if that's the word, or I feel confident, something like that. But I understand as well, right? I understand that it's based in news. It's news based, and when it have sometimes when the reaction to this news is just the market overreacts or have this kind of like knee-jerk reactions like it had yesterday. It is just it can be retraced easily. You know, it's not uncommon to see retracement, so you've got to be very careful as well. I have seen yesterday in this call, and when I saw the market yesterday, that big break, I thought that was that notification that I have there that Fed cash carry was, you know, that they was saying maybe there's not going to be any rate cuts this year. I thought that was a reaction to that comment, but then when I started to read the news, okay, I saw that there was an attack, a bombing that on Iran, right? I guess it wasn't in Iran, no, actually it wasn't. So something happened in the Middle East, and kind of like that was a reaction to that, right? And the fact that the United States was taken by surprise. They didn't tell they notified the U.S. just minutes before it happening. I think that was a reaction to that. Now, I say I was really cautious. I am flat here. I didn't want to do anything, and the market came back inside yesterday's range. I really don't feel good here. I didn't. It is weird to say I didn't see a clear opportunity, but I didn't see an opportunity here. Right? I think the overnight inventory is very long. Oh, there's a lot of longs. Instead of saying that way, I think I would put it like there are lots of longs inventory that is in weak hands. Right? And I think, the daily is in weak hands also, but the overnight traders are the weakest of all trading. It is out there. Now we have this coming from again POC, this coming from daily hardback. Daily hardback. I'm going to put here daily hardback here. This is from hardback, and it has a second distribution now. When earnings start, when the earnings are coming, they're coming soon. So I guess the next week. May 1st, Apple. 25th, next week? Yeah, next week we have Google next week. Amazon the week after. Microsoft next week, 25th is Thursday. Oh my god, look at this! It was super bad here. Wow, look what's happening to Tesla here. They still have room. That's kind of very emotional here as well. Look at Apple, man. God, man. It has a lot. I mean, Apple has taken all the rally, all the last year rally out. Amazon, Google, and Microsoft are holding way above the rally. This one. Same, even though this break, kind of, come on, big gap here, gap to the upside, gap to the downside, gap to the upside. There is going to be huge, I think, right? There are going to be huge reactions here in this market once earnings come. 23 Tesla, 24 Meta. What? We did have Netflix today. Come on. 450 is actual. Look at that. Actually, it's even higher, but the market didn't care. What? All this inventory now. All this inventory has been killed here. All right. The bond market is having a break, but it's still inside yesterday's range. Come on, man. Nice selling from here, right? No. I have been so many times in this kind of markets, man. I'm not going to be doing anything here. At least I haven't seen something. This can be maybe it is sell the rally situation. I have this gap closed, but because I named this gap closed when the market was way down here. I came to the market when it was down here, you know, and these lines here, this is extremely high volume way back in time. I don't even remember when it was. It's really hard to hold a trade here. Now this is 3 wide now. 3 wide. Okay, you know what? If another thing I have learned, okay, if I am thinking, if I need to think too much to go with something, uh, you know. But this is just my journey, right? That is just that's based in my experience. Your experience might be different, and that's what I have. Huh. We have some volume coming here, a little bit higher now. Notice what is was supposed to be. Let's check this. What's going on here? Ah no, it remains the same. It's unbelievable low volume that we have yesterday. Can this be a situation when this market has got too short? You know, it's not. It's not. You know, sometimes we have just this kind of lows, and from this the market shoots. Can you see how much retracement these breaks are having? You don't have a break. The retracement are huge, man. It's 43 minutes. I mean, 13 minutes. I should see, you know, in the next minutes I should see another attempt to have some downside extension. Why is just the retracements are so big, man? Hmm. Hey, Lithuania is back. Chile too. Hello, Lithuania. Now, and this is trading, right? Sometimes the thing here is, this can be because of the wild movement we have in the overnight, right? It can give us it can be misleading and make us think that we can have huge opportunities, right? We are going to have a big break or a big rally just because of what happened in the overnight, just because of that. But I haven't seen anything here. I did something here in this market, right? I did something in this market based it on, but this market, I guess, if it first it didn't close the gap, and it failed to close the gap, and then no, and before that, this period low was exactly to the tick POC, right? Notice where C is now. I'm talking about the ES. Notice where C is now, the retracement that this had. Now we are 16 minutes into the third period. We have a 3-period wide profile. When markets have 3 periods wide profile, the damage it can do in both directions kind of like it get limited, right? That's one thing. Remember, these are based on observations, right? It don't take that to a T. Don't take that to a T. Don't think that okay, the damage is going to be limited and it cannot have a big break or big rally. Put that in context, right? What happened before? What is the situation of the inventory? What value is doing? Where POC is? What is the in this case? What kind of catalytic can be in the market? Is there a catalytic, right? What's happening? What other things can we have? We have Netflix. We have earnings coming, right? We are at the end of the week as well. If somebody is going to position, we saw that next Thursday, I think we have some. I guess even Wednesday they have. Who has on Wednesday? I guess Meta is on Wednesday, something like that. 24. Some of those companies, right? And who would like to be here, for example? Who would like to face the weekend? Okay, who would like to face the weekend, or like to go home, long or short, over the weekend, knowing that we have this situation in the Middle East, knowing that we have earnings coming. All right. There can be some really violent swings here, either to the upside or to the downside, even though we have extremely short inventory. For this market to have a rally, the big rally, is not that hard, actually. All right? I think, but just because it's not that hard, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Okay, that's the bias that comes with it. The bias is, okay, the inventory is super short, I am going to be long because it's too short. It doesn't work like that. Now, this has been corrected. This has been corrected. Okay. The weak high has been corrected. Nasdaq still have two distributions there. We have two distributions there. The Dow continues to one time frame higher since yesterday. Since yesterday's low is one time frame higher. Value is lower. We have a non-excess low, we have poor low. $20 points rally from the lows. That's a lot, man. I haven't even pulled any kind of options, not put, not loans to monitor. No, I was checking the 50/20, but it's still in the board. I didn't pull those ones out. Now I have another financial use notification. For example, Fed's Goldsby when asked about a possible rate hike. I don't think anything is not in the table. It's not on the table. I don't think anything is not in the table. What a way to answer, right? Just say it, right? Anything can happen. I think I like that kind of message better. Anything can happen. They should have said that a long time ago. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see your last comments. My live stream app crashed. I didn't see your last comment. It says it's interesting. Is it interesting you speak on balance or calculate period extra systematic provide extras on Windows Trader? I haven't did. I know there is trader that you speak on balance. Um, I have seen some seminars about how I guess this lady Linda Hashford. Oh, come on, let me get you the name. Let's see. She's the wife that. Okay, just a second. That was. Ugh, don't know, man. Let me see if I can find him. Following Walter Lima. Yeah. Was his wife? What was the name of his wife? Linda something. She must be here. Yeah, no, it's not here. Inverse crab. Hmm. Linda Lindsay. Linda Rusk. Yeah. I saw. No, I don't know. It has been a while since I watched one. She has a seminar. She was explaining about the big and valleys and other stuff. I don't know, how position trades, how they see markets, right? You have this. No, they use pick and buy. Okay, so I guess I did wrong. Let's do the whole thing. Pick and buy is something like this, right? This is a pick and buy, for example, right? Like they position themselves. Maybe the movement happens when the market comes down here, for example, right? They got positioned here because this area is usually rejected or accepted really fast, something like that. I mean, you see, I wanted to know. I wanted to know how other people work, right? I personally never. I have sometimes. I don't even know how to get pick and buys here. I don't use that. I don't use that. And I used period statistics before. I had it for a while, but I decided to let it go. I didn't see any use or good use to that. I always come back to this, to what you see here. I always come back to, I add things. I don't know. I add things. I add this. I add this thing. I am checking this thing now, for example, right? I have this. I keep these ones, but I don't look that often here. Just when I have something, I maybe, when there's some, when I try to make sense of something, right? If I see, for example, if I am in a trade and the trade's moving, I start to see a lot of blocks coming. Okay, that's something, right? That's profit taking. There can be profit taking, for example, or the market can have, if this market is going higher, the market can have a pullback if I start seeing that, like in here. It's things like that, right? But based on observation, but always came back to this. Unbelievable. Every single time I did something, always came back to this. I have this period, the overnight period statistics. I never had this ones. I had volume here, volume on toes as well, but always came back to this. Always came back to this. Like, and that's why, that's what I admire Jim, right? That's what he uses. But we have a tendency to believe, oh, there's so many things, so many more things out there that can help me. And sometimes this just add more. We complicate ourselves with more information. When we don't have to, when there is no need to do that. Systematic selling here. Notice what Nasdaq was sold, right? It didn't close the gap. It didn't close the distributions. Very, very mechanical. Now D is selling right from yesterday's low. What can happen if that D comes all the way down to C low? But if you check, for example, the webinars that WindoTrader have, you will see there are traders that use that use pick and valleys. There's another traders that use trades per second. But everybody's different, right? I have made a decision, right, to stick to what I have, what you can see in the screen. But also, I don't block myself from watching what or knowing what other people can be doing. All right. To not have biases. For example, I check. Uh, yeah, this is what I do. I have read. I have read. I read all other people's opinion as well. I have, for example, I have this server. Let me show you. I have this server, right? This guy is Anthony Crudel. I don't know him once. He made he interviewed. He was one of the Jim's mentees as well. Um, he has this business. He has a radio show. I haven't never heard radio shows, but I come, time after time I read his opinion, but I do read him after the fact, right? For example, yesterday I was reading what he had wrote the past week, this week, right? But after the fact, right? After the fact. Yeah. If I do it before, I have noticed. This is just personal. I have noticed it may interfere with what I am thinking. Right. Sometimes when I get lost, when I used to get lost, I didn't understand what's happening. Right. We have a tendency to hop from one place to another, right? Looking for answers. And the answers are not there, right? The answers are just within you, right? just in yourself. But sometimes it helps, right? Because we can be so focused in something, on something, that we lose perspective. And when you read another people's opinion, you can be Jim, it can be Crudel, or it can be Davos, or it can be another guy that I used to like is Steve. ¿Cómo se llama? Norman. This is a British. Let me see what's his name. It's Norman Henrich, something like that. Norman. No, Sven Henrich. This guy here, right? I guess he's a hedge fund manager. He's a British, right? He takes a beating from people, man. It's just like Jim Cramer sometimes. And his observations are I mean he just speaks what he sees, right? But you know the public here, people that consumes Twitter, is retail trading. They have another opinion. Another opinions. They have this herd mentality when somebody gets in the way, they just attack, right? Attack, because they are going against what they are. Uh, what the heck is this? Cocoa Futures. God, what, man? He has some interesting charts also, right? And be careful, right? Not to get the confirmation. It's just fun. Feels hard for April beers. Oh, this is I haven't checked him in a while, but sometimes it's just what the heck. Nasdaq has filled this gap. We saw that. As you can see, he's a technical. He uses a lot of technical as well. He's different, right? He's a guy that's different. A smooth market function. There's a lot of rotation here in this market. There's a lot of rotation here. If I mean, I'm not going to do anything, man. There may be something later, but who knows? I don't know why I brought Sven here. Sven Harris. Oh, I was talking about how, when I get lost, I use these people, right? I try to read what they talk, their point of view, kind of like also to shake my brain, right? That there is another perspective as well, not just mine. And one can become so dense sometimes, right? We refuse to believe there's another thing that I have to be right, right? The market is wrong. And that's why I use those people. Is this market increasing volume here? I wonder. Nah, 3% higher than yesterday. It's not that much. It's actually decreasing. something can come out of this movement. It's really right now is inventory is getting short here again. Uh, mm, this low is very questionable. Same thing happening in Nasdaq. The Dow as well is looking like short covering. See, yeah, it looks like a short covering. And when we have, just check out this, for example. This is, I mean, this is the Dow. But the same thing happened to all the indices. Now we have short covering here, short covering. Look at this, right? Short covering continues, and short covering continues. All this short covering now. Now we are going from long liquidation. There was liquidation. Remember, long liquidation strengthens the market, and short covering weakens the market. So there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty here. There's a lot of doubts here. There's nothing clear. And this big break can mislead lots of people here. I'm going to take a break. If you have any questions, please just let me know. Otherwise, as I say, I'm going to take a break. If I see anything, I will post it in. I will use Discord to any update. If you have any questions, just post. Just do it in Discord as well. All right. All right. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe. Bye bye.